Everything began in the collector Elias Mercer's townhouse. On a day when the rain gently tapped against the cracked window, Elias lived alone among shelves filled with old objects that no one else dared to keep. On a pale Wednesday, a parcel arrived, wrapped in linen yellowed with time, tied with a ribbon that had once been white, sealed with wax imprinted by a child's hand. Inside lay a porcelain doll, pale as candle smoke, one glass eye slightly misaligned, the other far too alive. Beneath it rested only a note. "She moves when you're not watching." Elias laughed, yet when he blinked, the doll's gaze had shifted. That night he heard soft porcelain taps on the floorboards, perfectly matching the rhythm of the rain. Every morning afterward, the doll's posture had changed. One day facing the window, the next the door, then his pillow. He thought fatigue must be playing tricks on him, until in the study mirror, he saw his reflection blink half a second late. His research about the doll led him to 19th century Bohemia, to a toy maker who had lost his daughter to scarlet fever. Rumor claimed the man had mixed her ashes into the porcelain clay and trapped her spirit inside the doll he named Angela. Since that day, everyone who'd owned the doll had either vanished or died in strange ways, their faces found twisted and frozen, as if caught mid-gesture. Elias dismissed the story as nonsense until he saw the doll mirroring his every move. When he raised his hand, it did the same. When Elias froze, the doll paused a breath later and smiled wider. Days blurred together. Every step he took echoed half a heartbeat later. His phone recorded faint, childlike laughter, but each time the doll moved, the recordings distorted. Loneliness began to gnaw at him. He started talking to it, half mockingly, half for comfort. One stormy evening, a reply came. "Don't stay up late, Eli." The voice was his own, smaller, younger, from the days when his mother used to sing him lullabies. His own voice. He locked the doll inside a glass cabinet, but in the morning the cabinet stood open, the glass unbroken. On his desk lay a note written in childish handwriting. "I missed you." His heart raced. That name reminded him only of his mother's voice calling him. From that moment, the house itself began to breathe. Books shifted places, furniture turned, pictures flipped upside down. The air carried a sweet scent, like burnt sugar and old perfume. His reflection came later each time, smiling a little wider. Despite the rain and cold and desperation, he placed the doll in a chest, nailed the lid shut, and buried it beneath the oak tree in the courtyard. That night he slept without nightmares, but at dawn he awoke to a melody. The same lullaby his mother once sang. On his desk sat a chest, caked in mud, its lid opening effortlessly. Inside was the doll, intact, sitting upright, wearing Elias's childhood scarf. In its lap lay a photograph, edges burned. Young Elias and his mother. He smashed the doll with a hammer, threw the shards into the fire. For a moment, the flames rose inward, forming the silhouette of himself cradling something small. When the fire died, the ashes shimmered like embers beneath skin. His reflection moved its lips, but no sound came. Then it smiled first. Nights turned into an imitation blaze. The doll, or what was left of it, spoke in his voice, laughed like him, breathed in rhythm with him. The sound of porcelain joints replaced the beating of his heart. He shattered every mirror except one. In the last one, the reflection kept moving even after Elias stopped. Cracks appeared on his cheeks, like the ones that form on old porcelain, gleaming white under the lamplight. His voice grew thinner, sharp like glass. When he whispered "help," the voice from the mirror answered, "I'm helping you." and once more, in hope of freeing himself, he ran to the river and hurled the remaining pieces into the dark flowing water. For 2 nights, silence ruled. On the 3rd night, there were 3 knocks at his bedroom door. When he opened it, the doll was there, smiling at him, its clothes perfectly dry. Its painted hand pointed toward the mirror. Inside the glass, a human figure was thrashing. Silent screams, eyes wide in terror. Elias reached out. The surface was warm, almost breathing. From the other side, other fingers pressed against the glass. A violent pull, a muffled gasp, and then silence. In the morning light, the study was spotless. Weeks later, an appraiser came to the house to catalog the collection. He admired the doll on one of the shelves. It looked incredibly lifelike. Flawless skin, a thin scar along the jawline. Its gray eyes seemed to follow the movement of his pen. He wrote in the ledger, Lot 47, porcelain figure belonging to the collector. Condition, perfect. When he blinked, the doll's head had tilted slightly toward him. Its lips were just barely parted, revealing a line resembling teeth. The appraiser carefully placed it into a crate labeled fragile and left. And if on stormy nights you ever find yourself near that old district and listen closely, beneath the hum of rain and wind, you might hear another rhythm, the faint clicking of porcelain fingers, beating in time with your heart.